TRL with #1 rock star Ned Bigby performing his #1 rockin' song, I Just Wanna Rock. So what do you have to say to all these rockin' fans that totally rock?
I say, let's rock!
One of the elements I've come to appreciate while watching Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide for the first time is its use of guest actors. The school setting allows for a lot of rotating one-off teachers and students, and to fill those roles, the show brought in a lot of fun character actors, offbeat celebrities, and up-and-coming child performers. Today's episode is very much about its guest stars, so let's dive into it. First airing on May 6, 2006, Music Class and Class Clown is the 17th episode of Ned Declassified's second season, the 30th episode overall. Directed by series regular Joe Menendez, the first segment, Music Class, was written by Magda Leolis, a Nickelodeon mainstay who had written and produced for shows like Guts, All That, Kablam, Space Cases, and The Secret World of Alex Mack, as well as co-creating Figure It Out. Ned has dreams of becoming a rock star, which clashes with the boring beginner stages of the school's band program. Band teacher Mr. Gibson insists that you can't just jump into being a rock and roll legend, you have to start with your scales, you have to practice. And also, being a rock star kinda sucks, I guess.
So, cheap hotels, waking up with tattoos that you don't even remember getting, that makes you a winner?
Right, because you know all about the rock and roll life.
That's why I give it up. Scales.
And well, if it isn't Art Alexakis, the lead singer and guitarist for Everclear. Later in the episode, Ned decides to transfer out of the band class, but Mr. Gibson convinces him to stay with a rock song that YouTube won't let me play for you. And hey look, it's Everclear! Well, Everclear circa 2006. Original bassist Craig Montoya and longstanding drummer Greg Uckland both left the band in 2004. 2006 was meant to be a big comeback year for Everclear. Alexakis held on to the name, hired a new lineup, and that year Everclear 2.0 released a new album, Welcome to the Drama Club. And of course they appeared here on Nickelodeon. I'm not sure who contacted who about this television appearance. Everclear was, well, not a kids band per se, but a very simple, largely okay for kids, except maybe not the early stuff like Heroin Girl Band. And what little edge they had in 1994 was gone by 2000, when they went from doing songs about girls with pierced nipples to songs about how they're a bunch of baby boomers who miss watching the Brady Bunch. A somewhat grungier Smash Mouth, or a somewhat less grungy Smashing Pumpkins, whichever you'd prefer. Everclear didn't really get their big comeback. They never charted again and now tour as a 90s nostalgia band. Not even Ned could lift up their trajectory. Though part of that might have been the episode's confused messaging. So, Ned wants to be a rock star, and here's a guy played by a rock star, and he's telling Ned how being a rock star kinda sucks, actually. And then the guy plays a song about how being a rock star kinda rules, actually. And Ned's like, well, time to do my scales, I guess.
So, still want to be a rock star?
Yeah. But when I'm ready.
I think you're ready. 1, 2.
I get it, I do. The message is that there's no shortcuts. You have to put in the work if you want to get good at something. But they really muddled it. The second segment, Class Clown, was written by show creator Scott Fellows. The school's designated class clown moves out of state, and we learn how crucial the role is to counterbalance the overbearing structure of public school.
But come on, it's not like the teachers are gonna start giving more quizzes.
Good news! With Todd gone, I'll have extra time to give more quizzes.
We gotta find a new class clown.
So Ned, Mose, and Cookie, with some guidance from the school's janitor Gordy, who was quite the class clown in his day, comb through the school for a new class clown. Eventually, eyes fall on Morris, one of the school's grade A students. The teachers love him, but it turns out he also has a quick wit that he mostly keeps to himself.
Ow! No more clowning around, or I will get really angry.
So I guess this is his sweet side.
Morris doesn't want to be a class clown. That would put a serious dent into his academic reputation. But after enough begging from our main cast, and after realizing just how megalomaniacal all the teachers have gotten, Morris decides to take one for the team.
Mr. Adams, I am large, venomous, and I eat my young. Who am I?
My mom went out and cleaned my room.
It seems we have a new class clown.
Well, Morris, I'll give you one more chance to stop your fooling around or you're going down. Now give me your answer.
Oh no.
Morris is played by Little JJ, who at the time was part of Nickelodeon's latest attempt at making an all-that cast member a star. Little JJ had entered the spotlight as a child stand-up comedian, winning BET's Coming to the Stage in 2003. In 2005, he joined the All That cast for season 10, taking over the vital information segment that had been popularized by Lori Beth Denberg and Danny Tamborelli. A pretty prominent position within the show's structure. You tend to get noticed.
And now, Lil JJ with vital information for your everyday life.
There's a million stars in the sky. There's a million scars on Billy Kimball, the human dartboard.
All that had kicked off the careers of a lot of young talented performers who would eventually spin off into their own Nickelodeon shows. Kenan Thompson, Kel Mitchell, Amanda Bynes, Nick Cannon, Jamie Lynn Spears, and now Lil JJ. His appearance on Ned Declassified was just the warm-up, and 8 months after this episode, in January of 2007, Nickelodeon premiered Just Jordan, Lil JJ's own sitcom. And it was fine, I guess, but hardly a Nickelodeon classic. The show wasn't deemed worthy enough to survive the writer's strike, and Lil JJ didn't quite become that big breakout Nickelodeon star. Though thankfully he's still out there working. He's a regular on MTV's Wild 'N Out. So we've got an episode featuring a band that was trying to make a comeback, but failed to pull it off, and a rising child actor that was getting ready to headline his own TV show, but said show had a lukewarm reception at best. Now, I don't know if there was any intended corporate synergy in any of this. I don't know what motivated the producers to bring in Everclear and Little JJ. But if it was an attempt to promote its guest stars in their various projects, it didn't really work. But all that is just interesting show business history stuff and doesn't really reflect on the episode's quality at all. It's pretty good. The music class segment is a little fuzzy in its messaging, but it also has a really sweet Mose segment where she learns to appreciate Mozart in her own way.
Find your song. Find the volleyball song. Come on. Okay. No. No lilies.
And Class Clown was an entertaining exploration in how being funny in school requires a very precise balance. As for the context of its guest actors, well, maybe by the time I get to the full Ned's Declassified video, the official cast podcast for the show will have dived into the behind the scenes. In the meantime, this was just a sample.